A lot of people will tell you that you need to stretch or get a massage to fix your back pain, which is complete rubbish. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can implement straight away that are actually going to start to help you fix your back pain. When I was on holiday in Croatia recently, we were hopping between islands, and the Croatians use a really effective system to do this, which are called water taxis, which is essentially just a guy in a little speedboat. You pay him 10 euros for a day return. He takes you out to a little island. You chill on beach all day, and then he picks you back up in the evening. Really simple and effective system. But your body actually has its own version of a water taxi when you go to sleep. Each night it carries you to a place where your body repairs tissues, it gets stronger, it gets more mobile. And if you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night, this can actually increase your risk of getting injured by up to 70%. So this is a really basic thing, but a lot of people aren't doing this. Make sure you're getting 7 to 9 hours a night of decent quality sleep before you try doing any fancy exercises or any rehab protocols. By the way, just a quick one, if you're interested in working with me one-to-one to help fix your back pain, just check out the top link down below. When I was at uni in Worcester, I played rugby on the second team. Might add, wasn't quite good enough for the first team, but we had the most important match at the end of the season every year, which was a varsity match against our local rivals, Gloucester. And again, I wasn't playing in this match, but I was part of the social scene team, whatever you want to call it. We started drinking in the morning, and the match wasn't until 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because of this big time gap, I had no idea on my drinking tolerance. And the goal to day drinking, if you've ever done a lot of day drinking before, is that you need to pace yourself accordingly. And if you go out too quick, it's very unlikely that you're going to bring it back down to a level playing field. You're probably going to have to go home, sleep off, and then come back out. Now, the point of this with rehab is that you don't want to rush it. You need to pace yourself and understand you need to be doing certain things before you can get back to doing sport or other activities. And one of the simplest ways to do this is to make sure you're doing strength training at least 3 times a week when you're doing rehab. Now, a really simple split you can use is 1 lower body day, 1 upper body day, 1 full body day. Number 3, resting and waiting won't fix your injury. When I was much younger, about 8 or 9 years old, I was in Kenya and I was spear fishing with my brother and this local guide. We just went out with some like makeshift spear guns, and we were kind of floating around. You dive under and then you try spear a fish. I was just too hesitant. I wasn't just ready to take the risk and take the shot. And resting or waiting is exactly the same thing. And it's actually making your injury worse, because as you continue to rest and wait more, you actually start to lose the qualities that you want to improve, such as mobility, strength, and confidence. You start to lose these things instead of improving these things. A few years ago, I read a book called Why Zebras Don't Get Ulcers on the bottom of their feet, which is a really interesting book. And it highlighted the relationship between stress and injuries. And the reason zebras don't get ulcers, or any injuries for that matter, is because they have a very normal relationship with how their hormones spike. So when they get chased by lions, the hormone spike, stress hormone spike, and then they come back down to a baseline. Then they're nice and chilled, and then they might get chased again, and then it spikes again. So they have this dips and troughs, this normal relationship with the hormones. Whereas a lot of humans, a lot of us nowadays, we're constantly up here, we're constantly stressed because we live stressful lives, because we work all day, and then we come home and we're stimulated all the time with technology, phones, tablets, computers. So a simple thing that I tell a lot of people to do, especially with chronic injuries, is just to get off your phone in the morning, at lunch, or after work, after tea, go for a 10-15 minute walk. Try to do this twice a day, 3 times a day, with no stimulation. Just let your brain completely decompress. It sounds so simple, but it's a massive thing to help you de-stress, which can really help reduce a lot of pain, which will then help you fix your injury. The last point is focusing on the wrong things. So you might have tried getting some hands-on treatment before to help fix your back pain, things like massage, taping, acupuncture, all these different things. And when I was younger in Kenya, I never go back to Kenya again, but I was snorkeling with my dad, and we were snorkeling around, and I saw this fish out the corner of my eye, which was brightly coloured, like a bright browny, reddy colour, and I reached out to touch it. At the last moment, my dad grabbed my hand, he pulled me up and said, "That was a lionfish that you nearly touched, and if I'd touched that, it could have like not killed me, but like they're extremely poisonous. It could have really damaged me." And I had no idea. And this is kind of the same idea around hands-on treatment. If you have no idea that hands-on treatment doesn't work, then obviously you will keep doing it, and you'll keep going round and round this cycle where you get a bit of short-term pain relief for a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, and then you have to go back around for the hands-on treatment. And this goes back to this idea of why resting doesn't work, which I talked about previously, because hands-on treatment isn't improving the things that you need to as well. Mobility, strength, confidence, it's not improving any of these things either, and therefore it's a bit useless. So what can you do instead? Well, I already mentioned the strength, speed, and kind of mobility days, 3 days a week. But on top of that, you could also do some daily mobility that might only take you 5 minutes, some gentle stuff for your hips and for your spine to get your back moving and feeling a lot better. One of the simplest exercises for this is a pelvic tilt lying on your back. So you're going to lie on your back, imagine your pelvis is a bottle of water, and you're gently going to tip it forward so your lower back is arched off the floor, and then you're going to tip it back so your lower back is flat into the floor. Practice this for 3 to 5 reps. Then we're going to pair some breathing with it. So as you roll your pelvis forward, you're going to inhale smoothly through your nose, and then as you roll your pelvis back, you're going to exhale smoothly through your mouth. You can run through 2 to 3 sets of anywhere from 6 to 8 breaths. This is going to relax you, get rid of a lot of tension in the back, and get you feeling better. You could pair this with some half kneeling reaches. Get a lightweight 2 to 5 kilos out in front of you. Keep your head looking forward, that's the only rule. And then you're going to rotate either side, 4 reaches on each leg, then punch the plate or the weight above your head and do 4 side bends on each leg as well. Run through 2 to 3 sets, pair this with the pelvic tilts, 5 minutes daily, really going to help you back out. By the way, if you're interested in working with me one-to-one to help fix your back pain, just check out the top link down below.